So I was pretty happy with the composite wood bed that I put in and described in the last video. But from a practical standpoint, I didn't have any hold downs. I didn't have any place to attach a strap to secure anything I was carried and so on. So I decided to put in L-tracks in the place where two of the hold down straps went. So now I could put down D-hooks or eyelets anywhere up and down along the bed and secure whatever cargo I want to carry. So this truck's going to earn its keep. The L-track is available in 3 different profiles, and for this purpose we're going to use the flange profile, and it'll drop down between the boards, and just the upper portion will be showing, and that will look like the hold down strips. Most suppliers of the L-track offer them in 8-foot lengths, and the boards and existing hold down strips are 8 foot 1 inch, 97 inches. In most places that do offer more than 8-foot lengths will charge an arm and a leg for shipping. Apparently UPS Ground has stopped taking anything over 8 feet. However, there is one outfit, Q-Straight, that has a standard length of 100 inches, which is perfect. Unfortunately, they supply mostly to the healthcare industry, and the L-tracks are used for holding down wheelchairs, etc. However, there is one place that provided free shipping, and while the L-tracks are a little bit more expensive than elsewhere, when taking shipping into account, this seemed to be the best option. So I had to trim a little bit off the edge of the board to make room for the L-track. It's a little bit wider, and even though these big boards are 7 1/4 instead of 7 1/2, I still needed to cut off a little bit more to squeeze in that L-track. So now I'm going to use the marquee strips that were in there to locate the holes that I need in the L-track. The L-track has holes every 4 inches or so, and I'm going to leave those in there just to provide drainage, and just drill the holes where I need them to screw into the crossbars. So it was still a little bit of a tight fit after trimming a little bit off the side going under the L-track. So rather than trim the other side, what I did was locate where the hold down bolts were, and I just notched about 1/4 of an inch in with this I don't know, 1/2 inch Sure Foam round, and yeah, that basically will give it room to expand when it needs it, because there's a gap between the 2 boards under the hold down strips, but the bolts themselves provide the resistance, and by cutting in these little notches we'll have room for the boards to expand. The first and the last hole lined up with the holes on the rear seal and the front panel. I used a flathead socket machine screw. Also, the second hole didn't line up with one of the existing holes, but it did line up with the round space so that the bolt would fit right through. And again, use the countersink and use the flat head socket machine screw. And in the front, the hole lined up with the very first crossbar, also lined up with the large opening. So we drill a hole and countersunk it and used a flathead socket machine screw. On all the rest, they didn't line up quite right. So as you can see, we had to cut off the ears between the large openings to make room for the bolt head to pass through. And yeah, I use an angle grinder for that, and a little sloppy. I think I could have done better with a oscillating multi-tool, but it's fine. We'll clean it up a little bit and it looks good. Okay, well, we've got one side in now. All the holes are drilled. I've only put in a couple of the bolts, but I think it looks pretty good this way. It's going to really work out. And here you can see, here's the finished product, and I think it came out pretty good. I'm pleased. So here you can see I've attached a couple of oval rings, which will be nice for hooking on straps to tie down a motorcycle or whatever. And here you can see you can move these things around anywhere. This comes out, you pick a spot you want it, line up the little tabs. Up on this, slide it down, and that tab falls in, and nice and secure. You can just put it anywhere you want. And of course, you can take the fittings out, and that way you have a nice flat surface for carrying 4x8 sheets without the fittings poking through.